Hey guys, so we're rolling with another 5 a.m. video. Today I want to talk about a couple things I find are so important whenever we're working on ourselves, right? And this is all about working on ourselves, right? It's not about being better than somebody else. It's about being better than you, right? And it's funny. I was just reading a couple posts this morning about some people that are getting comments from other weak people about what they're doing and their progress and stuff. So a lot of times when you're shining bright, you're going to expose the weakness in others and the weakness they feel for themselves on the inside. You're not exposing their direct weakness on the outside. It's the weakness they have on the inside. And instead of them looking inward as to why they're feeling that way, they're going to lash out against your strength and they're going to lash out against your light. So if that's happening, that means you're doing something really cool. Keep fucking doing that shit. One of the areas that I really focus on a lot for myself that made a big shift in building confidence and self-esteem is personal presentation. When I was 398 pounds and fat, I didn't like looking at myself in the mirror. I sure as fuck didn't walk around wearing tank tops. I couldn't wear a hoodie big enough without a couple t-shirts underneath and stuff like that, right? So, and the power of personal presentation, and it's interesting because today, if you look at me, I'm looking really scruffy. And the reason why is every 2 weeks I go into a barber and get my head shaved and get my beard done up all nice and tight. So the day or two before, I let everything grow out just so he has more to work with and trim. Otherwise, this never happens. I'm always tightly shaven. I'm always clean and presentable as far as just the facial hair and stuff like that. I always say if you're gonna have a beard, wear a fucking beard. Don't just let your face grow out and be a bunch of shit, right? And because I'm going tomorrow, I'm heading to Montreal. We're going to a powerlifting meet, and I'm helping out one of my own team members, a Reign of Iron, compete. I want to look tight. I want to look even more jacked, even more just groomed and stuff. I want to look and feel good. And that's really where the personal presentation matter becomes very powerful, because when you sit there and you treat every day like you're going on a job interview, right? Or you're going on a first date, right? You're clean, you're tight, your clothes look good and stuff. You've taken extra care because it's important to you. You're important to you, right? The external reflects what's going on in the internal, right? And some people say it's vain and stuff like that. Maybe a little bit. Why not a little bit of vanity and stuff, right? But if you like what's looking back at you in the mirror, right? That means you like you and you like what you're doing. And the whole idea is when it comes to the mirror is don't avoid the mirror, right? And we tend to do that a lot. When I was out of shape and stuff like that, I had a good beard and I would make sure my beard was good. So I would look up from the neck up. I wouldn't look at the rest of me and stuff like that. Now, fuck, I get up every morning, butt fucking naked, stand in front of the mirror, look at what's going on, look how I'm feeling, look how I'm looking, see how I'm getting leaner, see where I'm getting more muscular, appreciate the work I'm putting in, right? And check it all out and stuff like that, and take a good look. And a good look at yourself in the mirror every morning is super powerful. And then when you're doing that, have a conversation with yourself. Look at yourself in the mirror and talk to yourself. Love yourself. Build yourself up, right? Tell yourself good things about yourself, right? Now, here's the magic, right? Do good things. Create some work ethic. Create some discipline. Start losing the weight. Start getting jacked. So you have something to praise yourself about. Not just the physical aspects that are changing, but what's happening internally for you to create those, right? Give yourself a fucking pat on the back when you're showing up every day in the gym. Give yourself a pat on the fucking back when you're eating food the way you're supposed to, when you're tracking your calories and in a deficit and the scale is going down if that's your goal. Pat yourself on the fucking back every morning about that. But give yourself a reason to pat yourself on the fucking back. This whole self-love thing where, love yourself no matter what and stuff like that, it's such a fucking cop-out, right? When you're not at your best, when you're not doing what you need to do to take care of yourself, what you're basically doing is saying, hey, you're a fucking train wreck, but that's okay. That's all right. I love you. Listen, again, it's not about self-hate. It's about being realistic and being honest and looking in the fucking mirror and understanding that when you look in the mirror, what's looking back at you, what you're seeing is a sum total of your beliefs, your standards, and your day-to-day activities. So if you're looking in the mirror and you're seeing that you're 100 pounds over fucking weight, you know what that's telling you? That's telling you that you're fucking lazy, that you're not eating properly, that you're not exercising, that you're not taking care of yourself, and that you're giving yourself all kinds of fucking excuses, and then you're eating like shit and drinking like shit to make yourself feel good in the moment. That's the fucking reality. I don't give a fuck what anyone else tries to tell you and what you try to tell yourself and stuff like that. If that's what you're seeing in the mirror, that's because that's what you're fucking doing to yourself. And that's your belief system that you believe deep down that that's fucking okay. Right? And you know what? It's not. right? So that's where you first start to have some real conversations. Why do you think people don't like looking in the mirror, really looking in the mirror? Why do you think people don't like journaling and sitting down and listening to their thoughts and writing them down? Because they don't like what they're going to hear, right? They don't like it. So they avoid it. What I'm saying is, one of the big shifts in one of the fucking daily non-negotiables is mindset. So your journaling, your prayer, your meditation, thinking about thoughts that matter, where you're at, how you're feeling, why you're there in that space that you're in, and creating a better framework for the day, holding yourself accountable, journaling where you write all this shit down, right? That you start to write down what's going on and give yourself some things to do and some structure, right? And then sit there and just focus on that for some time, right? Spend some time in your head. Listen to what you're feeling and understand what you're feeling, right? And understand why you're feeling that. If you're not taking care of yourself, nothing's going to make you feel good. As soon as you start to dial shit in, as soon as you start to put yourself first, and that standard of putting yourself first means doing the things that have to be done to make yourself better, that's putting yourself first. Not being first in line at the fucking buffet. That's not putting yourself first. Not in a way that's going to fucking help you, right? Take time, focus on your personal presentation, right? No matter what, you can shower, you can shave, you can put on a good clean shirt, a good pair of pants, right? And you know what? That fucking feels good. And then you look in the mirror and you sit there and say, okay, this is what I look like today. I want to change that. And then you work on the principles that change it. You take some action, you put some things together, right? You start doing the activities that need to be done. You start holding the standards that need to be held. That's it. That's why it's one of our daily non-negotiables, right? It just feeds into each other. And these are the things that you have absolute control over. 110% control. You have control about what time you go to bed. You have the control about what time you get up. You have the control about what you put in your fucking mouth, right? You have control about what you do with your daily activity, right? You have 100% of that control. And that's the only thing you have control over. Everything else that happens around you happens to you. You have to work with, you have to deal with, you have to just find your way through and stuff like that. But if you're in control and you have better self-power, you're going to handle all those external things much, much better. But you don't let them push you around. If you're supposed to be at the gym at 6 in the morning, be at the gym at 6 o'clock in the morning. Don't fucking stay up till 4 o'clock in the morning watching fucking TV or 2 o'clock in the morning and then sit there, well, I'm too tired to fucking go work out. Of course you're fucking tired. You put yourself in that fucking situation. So don't fucking do that. Don't self-sabotage, right? Show up at the fucking gym when you say you're going to show up at the gym, right? Do your food prep. Weigh your fucking food. It's fucking simple and straightforward, but you have to do the work. You're only going to do the work when you're looking in the mirror and you're saying, hey, listen, I love myself so much that I'm going to take care of myself and I'm going to raise my fucking standards and I'm going to become a better version of me. The version I truly want to be. Listen, deep down, I'm not telling you to do this because fucking I want you to do it just for me. It's for you. It's for you to start to live and thrive at the highest level possible, at a level that you wouldn't believe that's available out there because you've given up on yourself. You let shit go and stuff like that. I'm not saying there's not tough times. I'm not saying there's not pressures. But when you're a fucking badass motherfucker, you're going to deal with that shit a lot better. You're going to stand through that stuff. You're going to weather the fucking storms unbroken. You might be beaten. You might be pushed around, but you aren't going to be fucking broken because you've become tougher than that. We see a lot of cool t-shirts say this stuff time. Be harder to kill. Legit. Be harder to fucking kill. Get stronger. Physically, mentally, emotionally. Look in that fucking mirror every day. Tell yourself who you want to be, who you're supposed to be, and then fucking hold yourself to that accountability and then do the fucking things that need to be done on a daily basis, right? That's where discipline gets created. That's where discipline starts being followed. That's where discipline trumps motivation every fucking time. Every morning when I shoot this video now and I look in the mirror and I talk to myself before I shoot the video, I'm having a deeper conversation with myself. It's making an even bigger difference for me personally, right? And I've already lost a shit ton of weight. I'm already in really good shape, but it makes me want to get in better fucking shape. It makes me want to do better as a coach. It wants me to do better as a man, as a father, as a husband. That's how powerful this shit is. The more I move forward, the more I want to move forward. But that didn't fucking happen until 398-pound, fat, broken, drunk Kurd looked in that fucking mirror and had a conversation with myself. Let's go, motherfuckers.